Oh boy, it's been a while since I made a video. Uh, so anyway, I hope you guys are doing alright. I know, like, there's been crazy stuff about, like, all the riots, about George Floyd and stuff, and COVID-19. And, I did say in my previous, 2019 montage that I would post more, but that was a clear lie. So, yeah, I do apologize for that. But yeah, I thought we'd start off the year with a KSP video, and this is actually some really old footage that I had for quite a while. Basically, we have like 3 different planes I want to show you. That's, by the way, that's what the video's about, planes, not rockets this time. But yeah, I'll show you some different SSTOs that I've created, and yeah, let's get into it. But before we get into that, why don't you take the time to subscribe to my channel? And while you're at it, why don't you hit the little bell too so you'll get notifications when I upload. Come on, I know you want to do it. Do it, you little. Number 1, passenger plane. Alright, so I know I couldn't start off the video with just like a smaller plane, so I thought I'd start off with like a bigger plane. So as you can see, this is actually what I ended up with. And I included like some passenger bays and a cargo bay just to give it a bit of length. And I've added those big Goliath engines that you see right there, so let's get this thing up in the air. Alright, so here's the footage of me launching the bigger plane you just saw, and basically my whole idea was to just try and fly the entire thing all the way to the KSP center. So right now we're at the desert airport, and it's pretty far away. It's like a third of the planet around, so I really didn't think, okay, something happened to the plane mid-flight. We were actually almost there, but something like blew up. I think it was like the engine overheating or something. But yeah, the whole entire thing blew up. Not the whole thing, but yeah, I had to like the left back landing gear was all destroyed, and so was one of the engines. So I only had like one engine to fly the entire plane. So I know it would probably look stupid, but I actually managed to get the thing in the water, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit. Okay, so while we're waiting for the plane to reach our destination, I just want to talk a little bit about my channel in the recent years. So in case you were worried, yes, I'm doing alright. So yeah, I know crazy stuff has been going on about COVID-19 and other stuff, and I wanted to get back on my channel like super bad, but I really had no idea what to post. I mean, I recently got the 2005 Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I've been having some pretty good fun on it, and I love playing Galactic Conquest on it, like on teams such as the Empire, Rebels, the Clones, and basically the Droid Army and all that stuff. Okay, and this is the part where I talk about EA's Battlefront. Okay, so as we all know, it was released in 2017, I think so, yeah. And a lot of people really hated it because it had a massive lack of content, and I kind of agreed. But it's actually quite fun now because pretty much all I play on it is Supremacy of the Republic. Yeah, I just love like hip firing, shooting everybody I can, and yeah, that's pretty much all about it. So now as you can see, you can tell by there's an overheating sign next to the engine tab, and I tried slowing down, and the landing gear in one of the engines just popped right off. So I knew I had to like land somewhere because the landing gear was obviously not going to help. So luckily there was a ocean of water just ahead. I thought I could like glide the plane over straight ahead to the ocean, but I realized I wouldn't have enough thrust to do that in time, so I just pretty much glided it through side ocean. And yeah, I tried my best to keep the plane upright and to prevent like a big crash on the ocean, because that can happen sometime. And crash down. And I cannot tell you how long that took for like the thing to fully stop. But yeah, so that was obviously a failed mission, but I still thought it was kind of cool how I was able to save the plane from all that. Number 2, World War I plane. So the World War I plane was obviously inspired by Battlefield 1, because I really enjoy the game quite a bit. I used one of those motors, I think that's what it's called, a motor. It came with the Breaking Ground DLC pack, and I kind of thought if I attached some propeller wings to this, it would kind of create a bit of a thrust. So, you're about to see me testing to take it off, and I didn't really understand how to like work the thing, but turns out the torque limit is what you want to go for. But the thing is, like, every time I try and go for it, it doesn't move in the direction I want it to go, because like the whole thing is like just trying to wobble and do stupid stuff. And then eventually, when I like tried to turn it up like quite a bit, the whole entire thing just blew up. So I thought we could at least redesign the whole thing just to make it a little bit better. So I decided to go for like a heavy bomber style or design type plane. So basically what I did was I extended the wings and I created a bit of a top wing above the cockpit, just to, give like the pilot a little bit of more room. You guys should know what I mean. But yeah, it wasn't terribly hard. You can see I've added some battery packs to the back of the plane. I wasn't sure if I was gonna need them, but I just put them on there just to give them a little bit of electricity and maybe a little bit of weight too. Because as you can see, our thrust, our center of mass and our center of thrust, it's like all messed up because it's way too unbalanced. I wasn't exactly sure how to fix it completely, but I just kind of went with the flow. So, as for the landing gear, those were like the unretractable, simple landing gears. They're steerable, and basically, they weren't really the best type of landing gear, so I replaced them with like just regular jet landing gear. And I've added those struts just to keep the wings together, because sometimes that can happen. And yeah, this is what happened. Number 3, jet plane. The last jet I want to show you is very simple and very easy to construct. Basically, you just gotta create like a very simple body constructed of like like maybe a couple of fuel tanks. Jets like these don't need a lot of fuel because they're going to use very efficient engines. So yeah, so basically you just create wings on the middle and the back, and you want to make sure you have like an air intake so the engines can actually work and take air in. And yeah, so this is what I came up with. It's very simple, very easy. You can use this if you want. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So you can just load Jeb and the rest of the pilots on there, and you can add like that's optional, but you can add like a wing to the front of it. But you don't have to do this, but if you just want to like have a little bit more control of the plane or the jet, then yeah, that'd be just fine. So there's 2 modes on the engines. You get wet mode, which is what's on right now, and you get dry mode, which is just like a regular air intake engine. But I usually just go for the wet engine mode because it just works the best. But you really want to like keep the thrust or the throttle down a bit, because you're gonna go shooting like really fast and you're gonna pull a ton of G's on your pilots. So yeah, we can just admire how maneuverable this thing is. See, you thought we were gonna crash into the building. But yeah, you can like fly this thing anywhere. One time I tried to like fly it all the way to the North Pole, but I think I ran out of room on that. But yeah, you can also like, just for fun, you can try and fly this thing into space until like the air intakes aren't breathing any more air and your engines just like completely burn out. And then you can just like get out of the engine for a moment and just admire the view, and then quickly get back in before gravity takes you away. And yeah, as you can see, I tried landing on a mountain, which is pretty cool. You don't really need to add that air brake on top because it kind of looks dumb, but I did it anyway just to help out a little bit. And you can like bring your landing gear down just to, only if you don't have like a ladder, because like I didn't equip one on mine, but even though I probably should have done that. And here's footage of Jebediah admiring the view. And when you're ready, you can just extract the landing gear once again. And yeah. So yeah, this is a very simple jet, and yeah, you can build this anytime you want. You can redesign it if you are not a fan of this design, because I mean it's very simple and just basic. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the video. I do know COVID-19 has been getting in the way of most of your daily activities, but I hope you guys have a really good day, and I'll try to post more in the future, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.